Imagine this: 4 weeks ago, the avoidant suddenly disappeared without any explanation. You two had been communicating well, sometimes joking around, sometimes having serious conversations, and maybe even going on a date or two. Everything seemed to be moving in the right direction, as if the bond was slowly growing stronger. Then all of a sudden, complete silence. No messages, no calls, and no replies to the texts you sent. For a moment, you were left wondering what on earth had happened. Confusion crept in, along with disappointment, and somewhere in the back of your mind, the thought crossed, did I do something wrong? In such situations, most people get anxious, start chasing, ask endless questions, and put their self-respect at stake. But you didn't do that. You held on to your dignity. You didn't keep calling, nor did you write long emotional messages exposing your vulnerability. Instead, you redirected your energy back into your own life. You focused on your goals, restored balance in your routine, and slowly convinced your heart that moving forward was the better choice. Then, just as you started to regain your strength, the avoidant suddenly reappeared. A casual text popped up on your phone. Hey, how's it going? As if those 3 weeks of silence had never even happened. No apology, no explanation, just a laid-back return. And that's the real test, because now the decision lies in your hands. Do you maintain your boundaries, or do you get caught up in the same old game again? Why does an avoidant suddenly disappear and then return without any explanation? There are always psychological reasons behind this behavior. It's not an accident or a random coincidence, it's a pattern. When an avoidant pulls away, it usually comes from a validation gap. They aren't receiving the attention or reassurance they want from elsewhere, and as soon as this lack becomes intense, they remember that you once filled that void. That's why they come back, but this time without any explanation or apology. Often you are kept as a backup option. When their other relationships fail, or their alternative sources run out, the avoidant easily returns to you. This behavior shows that you are not seen as a priority, but as a convenience. Their casual reappearance is simply a way of checking whether you are still available or not. In reality, this is also a subtle power test. The avoidant is testing whether you will let them back into your life without asking questions, whether you will overlook their absence. That's why their casual attitude is actually a test, and your response will determine whether you uphold your boundaries or fall back into the same cycle again. What emotional traps do people fall into when the avoidant comes back? When the avoidant disappears for weeks and suddenly returns in a casual manner, most people react emotionally right away, and that becomes their biggest trap. The first trap is relief or comfort. You feel happy that they finally came back, and this happiness blinds you to the fact that they disrespected you in a big way. Another trap is curiosity. Questions start forming in your mind. Where were they? Why did they disappear? Who were they with? This curiosity pulls you into long conversations with them, giving the avoidant exactly the attention they were seeking, without any accountability. Then comes the trap of ego satisfaction. Many people think their return is proof of their value, that the avoidant was compelled to come back because of them. In reality, that's rarely the case. More often it simply means their other options closed off, and now it felt easier to use you again. The most dangerous trap is false hope. Your heart convinces itself that maybe this time things will be different, maybe this time the avoidant is serious and will improve the relationship. This hope makes you forget the old wounds and re-enter the same cycle all over again. All these emotional traps may look different, but they lead to the same outcome. You lose your boundaries and send the avoidant the message that they can disappear whenever they want and return whenever they please, and you will still engage with them. This is the critical moment where you must hold yourself together and choose with reason instead of emotion. What is the best way to respond when the avoidant makes a casual return? When the avoidant comes back, you have several options. The real test lies in which path you choose, because every response sends a different message. If you immediately engage with excitement, you break your own boundaries. But if you respond with wisdom and calmness, you protect your self-respect. Let's look at some possible strategies. 1. Asking for an explanation. When the avoidant returns casually, respond in a direct yet calm tone. I noticed you were gone for weeks without any explanation. What happened? This sentence is short but powerful. It shows that you haven't overlooked their behavior and that you don't allow anyone into your life without accountability. If the avoidant is serious, they'll answer. If they dodge the question, their true character will reveal itself. 2. Delayed response. The avoidant disappeared whenever they wanted, so you also have the right to respond whenever you want. Don't reply immediately, answer in your own time. This shows that your life is busy and meaningful, and you don't drop everything just because someone randomly reappears. A delay is a subtle but effective way to say, you are available, but not desperate. 3. Casual dismissal. If the avoidant comes back in a casual tone, you can respond casually too, but keep it very brief and unemotional. For example, I'm fine, how about you? But don't extend the conversation further. This approach shows the avoidant that you haven't ignored their absence, but you're also not ready to reinvest unless they show seriousness. 4. Speaking directly. This works best when you want to set clear boundaries. You can say, you disappeared for weeks without saying anything, and now you've returned as if nothing happened. That behavior doesn't align with my standards. This isn't anger, it's clarity. It gives the avoidant a choice: either explain themselves and take responsibility, or realize that you will no longer tolerate such behavior. 5. Silence. Sometimes no response is the best response. If the avoidant's behavior hurt you so deeply that you feel the relationship is not worth it, then don't reply at all. This silence sends the strongest message that your time and attention are not cheap, and no one can come and go from your life as they please. The purpose of all these strategies isn't to punish the avoidant, but to protect your self-respect and maintain boundaries. Each person can choose the strategy that best fits their situation. The key is not to fall into emotional traps, but to make decisions based on reason, dignity, and long-term well-being. What does the avoidant's behavior reveal about their character and intentions? When the avoidant disappears and then comes back casually, it's not just ordinary behavior, it's a window into their personality and intentions. The first sign to look for is whether they acknowledge their absence or not. If they openly explain why they pulled away, and their behavior shows that they value your time and emotions, it means they at least have the maturity to take the relationship seriously. But if the avoidant becomes defensive instead of giving an explanation, tries to change the subject, or pretends as if nothing ever happened, that's a clear message that you are nothing more than a convenience to them. This attitude shows that they don't value your investment and are not ready for accountability. A character assessment comes down to observing whether they show respect or not, whether they speak with honesty or hide behind excuses, and most importantly, whether they make genuine efforts to rebuild the relationship, or if they are simply back to get your attention. These indicators are enough to decide whether they are trustworthy or not. How can you keep your self-worth independent of the avoidant's return or behavior? Outcome independence means that your self-esteem and happiness do not depend on another person, especially on the avoidant's behavior. When they disappear, your value does not decrease, and when they return, your value does not increase. Your true worth lies in your own character, your principles, and your boundaries. Many people mistake the avoidant's return as validation, as if their worth has finally been proven. But the truth is, the avoidant's coming or going is mostly based on their own needs, not on your qualities. Outcome independence gives you the power to remain content no matter what, whether they come back seriously or disappear again. With this mindset, you make decisions with reason instead of emotions. You only engage with the avoidant if they meet your standards, and if they don't, you move forward without fear or a sense of lack. That is the real strength. You may not control the interaction itself, but you always control your response. And that response is what protects your dignity and self-respect. How can this experience with an avoidant help in your personal growth? On the surface, it feels painful when the avoidant suddenly disappears and then casually returns. But if you look deeper, this moment can actually be a powerful growth opportunity. It can teach you skills that are useful, not only in relationships but in every area of life. The first lesson is practicing boundaries. When you ask for an explanation, delay your response, or choose casual dismissal, you are clearly defining your limits. These boundaries aren't just important with an avoidant, but in every relationship, whether it's friendship, work, or family. Without boundaries, a person is always under the control of others. The second benefit is emotional regulation. It's easy to react emotionally when the avoidant returns, but when you hold yourself back and respond thoughtfully, you're strengthening your emotional muscles. This skill benefits you not only in relationships, but also in handling stress, making career decisions, and dealing with everyday conflicts. The third aspect is pattern recognition. Once you recognize the avoidance cycle, disappearing, returning, avoiding accountability, you learn how to identify such patterns more quickly in the future. This helps you save your energy and not waste it on people who don't truly value you. Finally, this experience shows you that your real strength comes from within. You cannot control other people's actions, but you can always control your own response. This realization makes you more confident, more independent, and stronger as a person. Finally, what is the real meaning of the avoidance return, and what is the right path for you? When the avoidant comes back after disappearing, acting as if nothing ever happened, most people take it as good news. They think maybe the relationship will start again, and things will get better. But the truth is, this return is actually a test, an exam where your response will determine your future. The avoidance casual approach is a sign that they want to see whether you will stand firm on your boundaries or not. If you immediately accept them back with excitement, you send the message that your time and attention don't hold much value. The cycle will start again, and they will know they can disappear and return whenever they want. On the other hand, if you calmly ask for an explanation, delay your reply or respond briefly and without emotion, you prove that your self-respect and standards don't depend on anyone's convenience. And if you decide not to respond at all, that's the strongest message of all, that the consequence of disrespect is distance. The bottom line is this: the avoidance behavior reflects their character, while your response reflects your self-respect. It's in your hands which narrative you carry forward. Whether you choose to continue the relationship or close the door completely, in both cases you win, as long as you stand by your dignity and your boundaries.